feel he pushes left with his shoulder. You resist left to forward. He pushes right. Resist right into forward. Same thing with the hindquarter. He kicks his butt in. You push it back and forward. Yeah, and so you feel like you have the pull to the tail, the spine is straight, and the legs are tracking straight. And you feel he has a lot of side-to-side wiggle, especially when you slow him down. When we change the pull, it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Okay.
Yeah, so first you have to be able to keep the pull straight, keep the legs on 2 tracks, right? So there he pushes the butt in, you push it back. He pushes the shoulder out, you push it back. He's on high alert, you have a lot of energy, so soften yourself a little.
I did. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. So instead of getting as intense as he was, you said, relax.
Yeah.
With your whole body. And he goes, oh, okay. So now he sticks the butt in, put the butt parallel to the rail. Yeah. Yeah. Get the butt parallel to the rail first. So in shoulder 4, which is a basic lateral maneuver, the hindquarter stays absolutely parallel to the rail. And what you're going to feel is when you get that, he's going to throw his shoulders left and right. So first, go forward. Try not to interrupt the movement too much because you need it in the forward movement. So when I say get the butt to the rail, take 3 strides.
Take what?
Take 3 strides. Don't think, if you think about pushing directly left to right, it's not the right guidance. You have to do it within the forward movement. So it's going to take him 3 or 4 strides to get his butt straight. Give him the 3 or 4 strides. Ask the question, but let him walk into it. Yeah, don't try to over-control it. Let him walk into it. Yeah, so there, the first thing he does is he puts his shoulders to the rail, his butt to the inside. Reverse that. Keep the shoulders straight. Put the butt against the rail. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and you've got a good speed, but don't restrict with the reins. Soften with the reins. Yeah. Yeah. So as he goes forward, keep the butt there and keep the shoulders in front of the hindquarters. Yeah. Yeah. So with the gaited horses, that's hard enough, right? Just to keep that alignment. Because when they don't balance, or they don't have good balance control, you can come across here and stay parallel to the fence. Because the footing's a little deep on the edges. When you have it like this side and that side, stay on the fence.
On the fence?
Yeah. It's just on the short sides, you might have to come off the fence a little, but stay parallel. Yeah. 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 So this is a big deal to keep him at this speed and straight. Yeah. But his balance is getting better, so try to do it with the least amount of energy that it takes. Use the whip, give him 3 strides to get there. Try not to increase the energy because he's getting more sensitive as his balance increases. So you say, we're going to get there, but it doesn't have to be this step. It can be in 3 steps. Yeah, so you don't get too intense.
Right.
Because if you stay intense, he's going to get more intense, and everything's going to get too intense.
Yeah.
So you say, our goal is, because he does this. So if you just push him there, it's a big correction. But if he does this, and you push him like that, that's not so intense. And you get the same message. You do it within the forward motion. So you don't restrict the forward motion, you manage it. Yeah, see, that's easy. Less intense. And he's going to go in and out of it. So you're just going to work on keeping the hindquarter absolutely parallel to the sides in the forward motion. Yeah, see, that's soft. It's easy. And he's not so intense. Yeah. Yeah, same thing. He comes around the corner throwing his butt to the inside. You feel that?
Yes.
So you start putting the butt parallel to the rail. He says, no, I want to put it to the inside. You say no. So you use your pelvis, you straighten your pelvis, you keep your leg there. You use light taps with the whip, so you straighten it as you go. Now it's the left shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're creating a corridor for his forward motion. So, and I should use better words. Instead of putting the butt out there, resist the butt from popping out of the alignment that you set with your body. So you keep your skeleton facing straight. You resist when he wants to put the butt in. You resist when he wants to put the shoulder in or the other shoulder out. You resist. Yeah. Then you allow the forward motion. You say, okay, you've got 3 to 10 steps to get there. Yeah. But you do it mainly with the frame of your skeleton. You use your muscles to resist more than you use them to push or correct. Yeah. Yeah, in the forward motion. Don't go against the forward motion. And the danger of pushing the correction sideways is that they're going to pop out the other side. So you push it over and forward. Over and forward. Yeah, over and forward. Yeah, now you're getting softer. Then you find the upper inner thigh, the pelvis. Yeah, open the chest a little, soften the arms. Use your back. There. Yeah. 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 So when you want to slow him, and this was something Jean-Luc explained to me because I was not as familiar with how male riders feel when it's like to balance. So he helped me a lot. And for men, to take this part just above your elbow, between your shoulder blades, that part of your spine coming forward through the sternum,
Yeah.
it puts your pelvis and lumbar in a very good place. You can control the speed there. You don't need your arms to control the speed.
Boy, that was spot on.
Yeah. Yeah, then your arms soften. Now, doing that controls the speed. Then, inner thigh controls, actually stop for a second. I'm going to adjust your leg a little bit like I did first. But the thing with men, the shape of the lumbar and the pelvis. For women, we have to organize here and then go up.
Yeah.
For men, that's why the term shoulders back is so useful for male riders.
Yeah.
It's terrible instruction for female riders. But for men, when you open the chest here, your lumbar will never arch. They're not designed to. Men have to have huge bellies to arch their lumbars. Women, we just do that all the time. Yeah. So if you open the chest, yeah, it's from up here. Good. Then your lumbar and pelvis are there. Okay? Then inside, on the thigh, from about here to about here, but on the inside. He's going to push here, you resist. He's going to push here, you resist. You narrow the corridor between your thigh bones. So here, I'm just going to adjust your leg a little, so relax it. And it's just a small change when you get to the flat part of the muscle on your thigh. You're a tiny bit on the hamstring, which is rounder part of the muscle. So here, there. You feel the flat part of your thigh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And it puts, let your leg lengthen, and it keeps your calf there.
Yeah.
So this calf contact now controls the hindquarter. When he wants to move the hindquarter off the rail, he's going to push like that. So resist my fingers. So resist, I think of going down to the ground rather than pushing your hands.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to push your leg here. You resist. Yeah, like that.
Come here.
That's how you,
Okay.
yeah, between your two calves.
Okay.
The thighs control the spine, which controls the front legs. Oh, let me just adjust this one a little bit. Once you find it, you can find it yourself. So it's just the flat part of the thigh. And what I'm really doing is rotating the thigh a little bit different spot in the hip joint. There. Then you feel you have more calf.
Yeah.
There's more calf contact. So there you have your inner thigh. And when you open the chest, you control the speed. Then you control the straightness here and here. So the calves control the butt going this way, that way. You resist. The upper inner thigh control the shoulder from going there and there. You hardly need the reins at all because you can control the speed with your back. You only need the reins to say don't fall forward, don't push. Then you know to use more back. Or you use the reins to say don't bend your neck. That's it. So the reins give you feedback for when he falls forward, he pulls. He pushes on the bit when he falls forward.
Yeah.
So that you resist here. You need very little arm. So shorten your reins because we're going to ask for more. We need the balance control. Yeah. There's something Charlotte gave me with big hurt that was really helpful. You can only hold your reins.
Oh, neat idea.
Yeah. You can hardly tighten your arms and hold the reins like that. Then take as short a rein as you want because you cannot pull.
Right.
Yeah. That was very helpful for me on a horse that was pulling on me a lot and I was reacting too much.
Huh.
And you just take away all the 3 fingers. Hold
Yeah.
it between your thumb and your first finger. Okay. Shorten the reins as much as you want. Now find your back to control the speed. So if he pulls on the reins, you know you need to go slower. You do that from your back. Advancing the pelvis, opening the chest. So you kind of push the pelvis forward, the chest, relax the arms. That controls the speed. Yeah, then you feel he has a lot of side to side. So in the forward motion, you begin to build a corridor between your upper thigh and your hips. You control the speed by pushing the ASIS, the pelvic bone, sort of push that forward and open the chest. Yeah. And you don't need your reins. You need the reins for the horse, but you don't need tight arms. Yeah, so there, slow the speed a little by getting taller in your back, taking your pelvis forward, not backwards. Yes. Yeah, you feel that? You go up with the motion and you start to
You've been doing it totally opposite.
Yeah.
No wonder he speeds up.
Yeah, because your weight drives him forward.
Jeez.
Then you hold back with the arms.
Life
If
is
you
good.
take your weight forward when he's going faster, he slows down. You advance the pelvis, open the chest, and then think, lengthen the back, lengthen the legs. So what you're doing in that motion, you're converting the horizontal energy into vertical force. He creates horizontal force with the push of the hind legs. You convert that into vertical force with the use of your back, your pelvis. Right? Then you start to build a better corridor to control the straightness of the hindquarters between your calves, the straightness between your thighs at any speed.
Should I lay down on his neck again? Yeah, can't stop
No,
it.
you're good. Shorten your reins a little. Shorten it. Now, you're kind of getting somewhere, so he's exploring. What he did was he just escaped the change.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
realized that.
Yeah, so you go, no. You find more tone, you resist that more. That's where you need your reins, because if he can escape by a faster speed, he has to run into the bit.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not pulling on him, but you're giving him resistance through the bit that says, no, you can't go there. So shorten the reins, because you're only using 2 fingers. Yeah, now, yeah, leave your hands there. He's going to pull on you. You don't give and you don't take. He just pulls on you. Once he slows down, he'll quit pulling. But when he slows down, he gets all wobbly. That's where you need the corridor. Yeah, and you need the reins to keep the spine straight because he bends his neck way too much. Yeah. 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 So you're going to start transferring the work of the speed control from your arms to your back and the advancing of your pelvis. You're going to just shift it. Yeah.
Good step.
That was a very good step. Then he took a breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the speed at which he can balance. Then you feel him wobble side to side, and he drops his neck and he starts to speed up. So once he starts blowing, that's the speed. So when, because every time he pushes on the bit, it just gives you information
Right.
that he fell forward. So you show him how to coordinate his back by coordinating your back, how to control his pelvis by controlling your pelvis, and it's not going to be the reins. The reins are just there to tell you how much and how often. They don't really do anything. Yeah, so you wean yourself off the reins. Yeah, and if you can keep the speed, then you start to work on the corridor. You say, I need the hind quarter here. I need the shoulders in front of the hind quarter. I need the neck in the center of the shoulders. Yeah, so he's not ready for bend because he can't really maintain straight at a slow speed. So with Diane's horse yesterday, we used the circle to control the speed, and we use the adduction to help him find more balance. You can do it on a straight line with Blaze. You get the same thing, but it's a lot to manage. Yeah, good. Keep coming from your arms into your back. Yeah. 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 Yeah, and you feel he pulls a lot more on the left rein, which tells you you have to resist more on your whole left side and keep the slow speed. Yeah. 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 This is the best he's moved. It's still difficult for him because he doesn't get the pelvis around very easily. So he pushes himself forward onto his own front legs really quickly.
You see, I told you the pants would make you ride a lot better.
And that's why he stays heavy on the bit. Eventually, when you get the hindquarters stable and stable in the slow speed, he's going to get very light on the reins. But he's going to try to go out the side doors in the process.
Yeah.
Yeah.